right, everybody, welcome to Fire Me Podcast, episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
We have a guest here for the first time, and we're very happy to welcome our boy Eric Oliveira, owner of Barba District.
Give it up for that, but Eric's here.
On Instagram.
Our
You
first.
follow him. And here we go. Jimmy, how's things?
Yeah, we're getting close to 0 hour here. I'm planning a wedding. Well, don't let my fiance hear me say that because she'll have a lot of words on how I'm not planning a wedding. She's planning a wedding. But being in the house with someone who's planning a wedding is, I don't know, but it feels like it's almost as bad as planning a wedding. It feels like it's as stressful.
So everything's going well.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
You're having a great time.
It's gonna be fun.
What's the countdown? Like less than 20 days.
Yeah, it's the 27th of September.
Wow.
The day of our Lord. And I'm excited for it, dude. I mean, I don't know. I kind of joke with her and I'm like, yeah, I can't wait till we don't have to
Do this anymore?
plan this every day. And she's like, you haven't done anything.
Wow.
You're fine. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're right.
So this is a Portuguese wedding.
No.
Okay.
She's not Portuguese.
I'm sure
What
it
is
can
she?
end up being
White?
She's some kind of Polak or something. She's French and Polish, and we always do pierogies, so it's an Irish too, like a grandfather's Irish.
Pierogies are gas.
I do like
Yeah, they are. I actually accidentally outdid them all one day. We were at the house, and her mom and her cousin were there, and they're making pierogies. And they were making, it's potato and onion and cheese and this and that. But I made one, I did some sweet potatoes. Baked those up, mashed that up, and did kind of holiday nutmeg and cinnamon. Did sweet potatoes, mashed sweet potatoes, and caramelized onions, which destroyed their
that's cool.
destroyed their pierogies. I made the best pierogies, dear.
So enough about your fucking pierogies. No one cares. Let's talk about our boy.
Actually, you know what I want
Eric.
to talk about?
We're going to talk about Eric.
No, we got something to get to before that.
What?
The immaculate recovery of one superior athlete, Larry Travaglione.
Oh. Listen, I don't want to steal the spotlight, dude.
Okay.
It's not about me. It'll be about me soon.
Let's
Let's talk about
We
our
do
boy.
Jason Tatum.
We do have a story, though, and I got to get something off of my chest because I've been living with it for, I'll celebrate 9 years sober on September 24th.
Congratulations. How many years?
9 years.
9 years sober.
Big stuff.
Wow.
So,
What's that like?
me and Larry had a falling out years back.
Wait, no. Time out, you fucker.
We didn't have a
I hope
falling
he's
out.
being sarcastic.
So let me explain. We were supposed to go to
We're
this
having a
bachelor
falling out.
party, and it was Guns N' Roses, and I was like, I don't want to go to Guns N' Roses. And I just spent a bunch of money on some nonsense, and Larry gave me a call, and he was pissed. He was really heated in the moment.
You're a liar.
And then let me tell the story. It gets better. So I called Larry. Let's fast forward. I called Larry. I said, "Oh man, I actually cut hair for a year straight with 2 broken feet. I got one the day that me and Larry got in an argument.
Fucked.
The 2, I'm not kidding. God is my witness. 5 minutes after I got off the phone with Larry, he's so heated. I'm in Plymouth, New Hampshire, and I jumped off of a cliff, and I broke my foot in a fucking lake. I swear to God. I got.
Why'd you jump
Try
off
to
a cliff?
kill yourself because of our argument?
I tried to commit seppuku. No.
Seppuku.
I was digging a
It's
natural
honorable.
pool, and these kids were literally just nose diving down. I've never seen anything like it. These kids from New Hampshire were wild. And everyone's like, stop being such a wimp. And I'm like, all right. So I jumped, and clearly these kids were a lot smaller than me, even though I'm not a big guy. And I fucking jumped.
Don't sell yourself
And I
short.
just hear, dude,
No.
I broke my 5th metatarsal after I got yelled at.
At least he missed the 6.
I got yelled at for not coming to the bachelor party that Larry put $2,900 on his credit card, and I felt awful. But I was like, why aren't we going to Vegas? I don't understand why you want to spend all this money.
Wait a second here.
They didn't even get married. This
Back
couple,
up
so
the
it's
truck.
irrelevant.
You shouldn't have said that part. That's so mean to say that publicly. Nah, that's not what happened, you fucking lying sack of shit. That's not what happened. I don't know if you broke your leg.
I was.
First of all,
I'm the sober
I
one.
Remember that when you had a.
You were sober then?
You
were sober
I was
then?
definitely not sober. But I broke my foot, and then 2 months later, I get in a car accident, not sober, and I broke my other foot. So I had 2 broken feet behind the chair on a stool 6 days a week, lacing haircuts, spinning the chair. Dude.
Wow. Hold on. Let's just clarify the fucking fairy tale that you just told.
That's how I felt.
Our friend wanted to go to Guns N' Roses. He didn't want to go to Vegas, first of all. And he said that would be sick. So I let everybody that he wanted to know if we wanted to go. And everyone was like, yes. I said, this is how much it's going to be. Is this too much? No. Yeah, I agree. Guns N' Roses sucks. Fuck Guns N' Roses. I don't want to watch those fucking idiots.
You sit there for
either.
3 hours waiting for 2
But
songs.
I'm not getting married. He was getting married, and I was the best man. And then when it came down for everybody to pay, like the day before, everyone was like, yeah, I don't want to go. And I'm like, well, fucking no one paid me. And they're like, yeah, well, that sounds like a you problem and not a me problem. But I don't even know that I yelled at you.
You yelled at me. You called me a coward. That was
That sounds like something he'd say. That sounds like something you'd call
I
somebody.
was like, whoa. That's crazy.
I called you a coward.
I remember everything like an elephant. And
I'm
then,
like, you know,
no, let's fast forward. So years
You know what?
later,
You planned a party. You don't want to come. You're a coward, bro.
So years later,
I can hear
as
it.
we do in recovery, I went and made an amends
You
to
did.
Larry, and we've been inseparable
Well,
since. I love him to death.
Love him dearly. Ah, look at that.
It's okay.
What's the matter?
He has to limp over
He
to give
actually
you the.
really wasn't mad.
Other than-
that was childhood trauma for me. He's just from Somerville.
Other than
What
eating,
was that?
I walked. Other than
Oh.
eating fucking the money, that's all I was mad about.
I know. But yeah, I had to share that story because you had asked.
Who was that
I
for
said,
again?
I can't say names.
Oh,
so
okay.
I then had this like Pixar movie tunnel vision back when you tore your Achilles and you're like, oh, I'm going to be cutting in a boot and on a scooter. And I was just like, I've been there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, not even 5-10 minutes after I hung up the phone with you.
So where are we going next? Are we
Crazy.
going
He's a
to
good
the
friend.
left,
Yeah,
or
he's
do
not
you
in the
want to
right
talk
place.
about
He was right.
my
I
leg?
was wrong.
Go to the left.
Let's go to the left, because fucking who cares? He didn't come here to listen to our shit. We're here with Eric Oliveira.
Yeah.
I'm taking the
what
day
up?
off, dude. It's on him, bro. I'm just gonna have little quips from the side.
Okay.
I don't have any
You
stories.
chill. So, I mean, I just met Eric for the first time today.
Yes.
I never met Eric before. Yeah, I know Eric, like, in some way, shape, or form, like people know each other today. But
That's how
like,
we met Steve.
I never met Steve either.
Ah.
So this is my first time hearing or meeting Eric, and everyone's like, oh, do you know Eric? Do you know Eric? And I'm like, I don't know him like that, but I know what I'm going to hear about Eric is cool enough that I don't want to know until I meet Eric. I want to hear it all for the first time today.
Nice.
So
Nice, man.
Eric,
we're neighbors, Eric and I.
love it.
Yeah.
So, Eric, we're going to talk about how you got started in this journey. I also love the fact of your story, and I know I don't tell you enough how inspiring you really are as a father. It's amazing. You got a beautiful family.
Thank you.
I'd like to think you did kind of start with us at Over the Top.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
I definitely got some history with you guys, man. So basically, I'm from Billerica, you know. Grew up in Billerica. Billerica kid throughout. Went to Barba school. Oh my God, like 2017. I wrapped up from prison and I was in a halfway house in Framingham. My son was just born, and I was literally like just kind of thinking like, you know, what was I gonna do for like a career, dude, for my life? Like, so when I hear people saying like this industry really saves like people's lives, it really did for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'll keep it on me. It really did. I used to take like a 3-hour train ride from the halfway house because I just wrapped up out of prison. So I had stipulations to stay into a halfway house, but luckily I found a halfway house in Framingham called Sage House where I could have my family there because my son was just born.
Oh, that's cool. You could
So-
have your whole family with you.
Well, yeah, I didn't have my stepson that I've raised since he was 2. He came later on, but I had Caitlin and
That's
my
awesome.
son Maverick with me. He was just born. So You know, I was seeking recovery. I am in recovery, you know, so, yeah, man, I went through Barber school there, taking 3-hour train rides. Like, I really hustled, man, to get where I'm at now, you know what I mean? Now I own a barber shop in Tewksbury, Barba District, as you guys know. I love this stuff, man. How do I say it, man? I worked in you know, I've worked in plenty of shops. Started in Framingham, you know, with a few guys, and went into the shop, sweeping, like really taking it in. And then I worked with Rocco for a bit too, man. And like I was here, and like my story doesn't like, how do I say it? Like my story doesn't, you know, I've had relapses in my story, so like I wasn't like completely, you know, I fell short a couple times. So I was here, and I think like there was a situation where like I went back into recovery, and when I left over the top, I was like, dude, this is like, I felt like I let down my homie. I felt down like I let down a lot of people, and I was like, dude, something gotta change, man. So from that day on, dude, I told myself like I wasn't gonna make this mistake again, and like I just worked my ass off, dude. So fast forward time, like I went and I worked with my good friend Tone, and I was working in Tewksbury, and I then, you know, built up a client base. Like I was very popular in my town. I found Tone. Then we were working in Barba District. Tone then he wanted out of the barber shop. And it was just me, Tone, and another barber. And at that time, I built up my clientele. I was so in demand that he was like, dude, this is your shop, man. So he gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. And from there, you know, I'm here now, you know. I own my shop. And
He was gonna kill you?
he was going to kill me. No, he was...
It was an offer he couldn't refuse, bro.
Yeah, no, an offer like you know, to buy the shop, you know, to own the shop, and
Or he'd kill you.
yeah, well, kill me.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, so I didn't
no,
know-
none of that, but
I didn't know that.
yeah, man. So I was like, you know, there was a lot of trials and tribulations.
So you didn't come up with the name Barber District?
No, I didn't.
What's this fucking guy doing?
But you know what? You know what? You know what the thing is though. When I started into that shop, like it was me and Tone like building that shop from the ground up, dude. He moved. He had the name Barba District, right? But he moved from a single shop to a shop with now 6 chairs now. So we built it up together, dude, because like he didn't have the clientele. He was just, you know, Tone was a barber for 20 years, but he just had, you know, his
How old
clientele.
is this dude? Older guy?
Older guy. Yeah, well, not old. He's a
he our age?
few years older than me. Good friend of mine. Great friend.
Wow, that's really cool. I didn't
Unbelievable
realize that.
unbelievable barber, you know, and he was my mentor, man. You know, that was my mentor, a big part of my story. And then you know, I built Barba District to what it is.
Yeah, that's your shop, bro.
Today,
That's
bro.
your not to
facts, dude. It definitely is my shop.
Yeah, I don't talk to and no disrespect, but I don't talk to. I'm around the corner from you, like in a different. I'm in Barica, so we're like 10 minutes, 15 minutes from each other. But like that's your shop.
Yeah,
You know,
like if
now, right?
around
That's you.
around that area, like I've definitely, you know, people know me.
Yeah.
For my haircuts,
Oh, yeah.
for what I do, man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So I'm just like, you know, just fast forward and just thinking like I just got back from a vacation, you know, going to the Bahamas,
Looked
bringing
mad
my whole
fun.
family, just like thinking about like how far of like where I came, like Rocco knows, you know what I mean? Like we come from the same place.
You know what though, dude? Like I know just from watching like what you post and shit, like I can get that from just like interacting with you, even though this is the first time you and I met. Like I could get that. Like we just met, but like when you post that you're on vacation with your family, like I'm genuinely like, this is fucking so nice to see him do this with us. I know.
It's big for me.
Yeah, I know
mean?
that. I
Like,
can see that. You know what I mean? So
it's a thing.
you
I
deserve
don't
that
take-
shit, dude.
Thank
You really
man. I
do. Like that
appreciate
made me
that, bro.
super happy to see that because you were
Thank you, dog.
trying. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that's the all of us can really do.
You know, I've been clean for years now, but still, like, you know, just reflecting on that. Like, not saying like I've had, you know, I'm not perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
None of us are, kid.
none of us are. You know what I mean? But like, just reflecting on like how far, like where I've came from to now, dude, is leaps and boundaries, dude. You know what I mean?
You should be proud, bro. You should be proud,
the
for real.
person
You really
I am
should.
And what I've built, you know, building Barba District from the ground up. You know, Bang Bang Barba Gang, the people that follow Bang Bang Barba Gang, and the people that are like, you know, really that rock with me, man. You know what I mean? Like, even in my shop, like I say, like I don't have clients. I have a bunch of friends, dude, that support me. You know what I mean?
Yes,
and
I do.
that's, And that's what it's all about. You know, like
We got to talk
wouldn't-
about Bang Bang Baba Gang too, but like what you just said about having friends and stuff too, like the episode prior to this, I think,
Yeah.
Jimmy, Rocco, and I talked about young kids coming into the industry, like, and since that episode, we had 2 kids that like fucking left the shop here, just for example, like they left and they're like, it's slow.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you're a fucking moron.
You're
they don't
slow,
know what
dude.
It's not fucking
It's
slow,
not.
but
and
like,
they blame everything.
what the
on
fuck are you
the
doing
shop
to make
owners,
people
dude.
fucking want to know who you are?
Yes,
you fucking
man.
moron.
You
You just
gotta
said it
hustle.
yourself. I don't have clients. I have friends. I don't know anybody that I cut that I don't like know on a personal level. Like, what are these fucking people gonna come through the door just because? No, it's like you could be the nastiest barber, but you have to build that relationship
to build
with
that
your with your
relationship.
client. And like for all these fucking morons that don't think you have to, and it's like I'm gonna get $150 to do fucking, I'm gonna do a haircut. Yo, we all fucking do haircuts. You fucking shitting me? We all fucking do that. What are you? You have to separate yourself.
I think we did speak on this, and it is about relationships. Like,
Of course it is.
I'm not tooting. I'm just saying I don't know not to be busy. Like, I picked up my first pair of clips when I was 14 years old as a birthday gift, and I never put them down. It didn't matter what I had to do. Free haircuts, cut in the library, cut on the porch.
Hell yeah.
And get yourself out there. Like, I made clients today just going to Dunkin' Donuts. Like, one guy was like, oh, Rock, I got an appointment with you at the end of the week. Oh, you're the barber across the street. Yeah, man. Oh, can I make an appointment? Here's my app. Like, that's where your mind should be because your energy, and I do want to touch on this because especially
touch on
being
it.
a shop owner, eyes are always on us.
Yeah,
so
man.
even if there's a new barber or a young barber, the reflection comes back on us.
Sure.
So, and I learned this a long time ago with my brother. I'll never forget it. My brother's,
The man.
we love Spiky Mike. He's in the
Love
hospital
Mike.
right
Mike.
now.
Mike helped me out so much, dude. I
He's-
love Mike.
He's been in the hospital for like 4 days.
Is he okay?
He had like a cyst removed.
Okay.
You can't kill
no.
Spiky Mike, dude.
No, don't. I'll kill you if you
He's
kill
a
Spiky
majestic
Mike.
cockroach.
You die, I'll kill you, Mike.
But I learned a lot of this, not just from my father, you know, like selling cars and the relationships and just this type of guy he was, but I learned from my brother because he worked with Carlton for years. He would treat, you know, the valet guy the same as like the CEO. Like that's just how it was, and it was embedded in him. And this is when I really
That's
back
just
to
basic humanity.
Back to the broken foot era. I was just really.
You were a
mad.
great guy.
I was honestly, I was 50 jail time. I was on probation. I was in a really tough space. And I had to go into the post office on the crutches, and my brother was with me because he had to take me to the post office. And I seen a client that I had been cutting since he was like a little kid. He graduated high school. He's probably like 30 now. And he was with his girlfriend, and he had seen me in public, and he was just so excited to see me. And I was just a miserable prick that day. Restless, irritable, discontent, newly sober, not working a program. And I think we touched on some of that today. And he was so excited to see me and introduce me to his girlfriend. I was like, oh, hey, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Nice to meet you. And I sit in the car, and my brother's like, get the fuck out of the car. I want you to go and properly like introduce yourself to his girlfriend and like pay him the respect. And it like clicked where I was like, dude, he's so fucking right. Like having people like my brother and like my sobriety group, but good friends that call you out on your bullshit. Because it's happened a lot, and it does. And I got out, and I said, I apologize. There was no excuse for that. He talked so much about you. I gave her a hug. I gave him a hug. And I was like, you know, this kid, I was his role model growing up. He would come into the shop because I was cutting at a young age. And here I am, like, owning a shop. And I was like,
turning around
just
like
being,
a dickhead.
and with a switch, you could just see them light up and they were happy. So it's
Good.
like, what I'm getting at is like a barbershop owner versus this new age, and I support I don't not support anybody. Even if you don't support me or uplift, like I still do my best to just support everyone.
bro.
And at the end of the day, like you are getting out of school and you want to go open a shop, and you don't have these like simple communicational skills to build, where it's like, my book's never not booked. Your book's never not booked. Your book's never not booked. Not because we're very good at what we do. It's because we're consistent and we're dependable. And that's all it really takes. It's like these kids aren't getting haircuts like they used to do. But you still, if they're coming, you make sure that they're coming to you and they're coming in generations, because like no one cuts my hair or my kid's hair besides Eric. No one cuts my hair, my other kid's hair, or whatever, unless it's Larry, because you're building this generational bond with people. And if you don't have that, I don't really know if you can teach that.
Dude, you can't teach that. Like, honestly, I can remember when I signed the papers for Barba District, right? I'll never forget it. It was like a week after my birthday. It was like the end of March, dude. And I was a new owner of Barba District, and dude, 2 weeks later, we went into the pandemic. I literally owned my shop for 2 weeks, dude. And we went into a pandemic, and it was like, no one taught me how to run a successful business, dude. No one taught me, and to boot, like I had to keep the doors open through a time where they didn't even want people cutting hair. You know what I mean?
Fuck that.
So it's like,
First of all,
dude, you
fuck
have
that
to
whole thing. First of all,
you have to utilize like your hustle, man. You got it, like you said, it's all about relationships and building the rapport with people, man. Like, I wasn't gonna let my doors just close, dude. You know what I mean?
but after everything that you've
Like,
been through,
I
bro,
had people reaching out to me, right, where I wasn't cutting hair, and just because they solely believed in me, they were sending me, the payments for haircuts.
Same.
You know what I mean? Because I build that relationship with those people.
But
you
that's
know
the
what
most
I mean?
important part,
And
dude.
that's what our business is, man.
Yeah.
It's building relationships.
I've only been in Billerica, like I was gonna say, for 2 years, bro. You gotta figure, like, I don't have a full book up there, but like I have a lot of loyal clients already. But you gotta think, like, not all of those, not my whole client list in Billerica has been 2 years long.
No,
It's
and
still building, right? So like you gotta think.
And you're
I
constantly
wasn't even able
building.
to work with this shit that happened to me for a while. At least not comfortably, and it definitely not in full. So you gotta think, like, that's an opportunity for me to lose a lot of people to the guys in the shop, which never happened, but like, or just in general.
In general,
where the
man,
people
you
are like,
will.
well, I can't book him because he's not working. And they could have gone somewhere else too, and maybe some people did, but like a lot of my people that I just met, like what I'm trying to say are like, are you okay? Do you need anything? How can I help you? I don't know these people, bro. So what am I doing, right? Like, clearly there's a job, like within the job that's to connect with people, and like,
Yes,
you
man.
have to do that, like, or else what are you doing?
Exactly.
You're not going to be able to. I honestly think that if you're in barber school and you're just getting by, go work in hospitality for a few months. Go literally wait a table. Go bartend. Like, if you don't know
Nothing
how to
hurts.
talk to somebody, it's gonna literally put a ceiling over your success in this business.
Hell yeah! If you
know
could
what I mean?
bartend, and you could be like, oh, and I'm a barber here. Like, this isn't just like a singular hustle. Like, you do have to be like a multifaceted hustler to do this shit.
Absolutely.
Unless you have a situation where you can like just come into a shop that's overly booked and like get off the rip. But like, even this fucking kid, like, no, for real. Like, Jimmy is the epitome of what you want in your barbershop. Jimmy's a fucking.
Oh, I can definitely
All you
see
do is
that, bro.
talk and all that shit, and that's all great. All the intangibles and shit that you come with, that's great. But like, as much as we needed help when Jimmy showed up, you're like, yeah, we needed help. Jimmy does the obvious things you have to do in a shop to ensure that like people are gonna know you. He didn't have the ability or the luxury, I guess. Like I grew up in Somerville, you know. I know everybody that's from there, and I worked in Somerville, Medford, Stoneham, Cambridge, Arlington. I worked everywhere and made everybody know who I am. This kid didn't have the luxury to do that. He made himself a staple in the shop, first of all, just by chance, and then eventually became a barber. And while you've been a barber, you've gone overboard to make yourself present. To make yourself, that's like what you have to do. So, but
How about that date Justin? That's new, Jimmy.
oh, you got
Hey,
it.
you think that's a date just? How much
you
do you think I
got
paid for this?
5,400.
It's not a date.
That super
$11.
clones? How much?
$11.
$11 straight out of China, pre-tariff.
Coming straight out of China.
Free tab.
Tried.
He was
I thought it was
sitting
good.
over there like this, and the gold is just hitting me in the face. And
I
was
love
I'm like, Jimmy, I see the watch. Because you know I'm a watch guy, so I seen it. I was like, I see the
Best part is I love being
Date
like.
Just is the best watch on the market. I'm just gonna say that right now. It's my
I like a
favorite
date
watch.
just. Honestly,
Two-tone, my favorite watch. What's your favorite watch?
I mean, I try to keep it simple. I like Submariners, stuff that I can resell for more reasons.
Submariner's more money than a date just.
I love the Submariners day
What do you mean?
just.
Yes or no?
Submariner.
Day
Gold
dates.
is up in price right now.
Oh.
Submariner. A solid gold Submariner is like 2 pounds of gold.
Yes, but that's that. He's talking about a two-tone. Like, you can't get a two-tone for under like 14,000 now. You can get
If it's gold.
Well, I
yeah.
wouldn't want a
Holds up.
fluted bezel. I wouldn't want a bust-down bezel. I don't want that bust-down stuff.
No. Watch guys are very particular about that. They're like, if it's covered in diamonds, they're like, they kind of poo-poo that.
Yeah, why would you do
well,
that to
because
yourself?
you're literally like
they're gonna
putting
break it
rims
down.
on a
See?
Civic.
See?
Yes. Oh, rims on a Ferrari. I like it.
people like stocks.
You see?
Back in my
I
watch
know.
day when I actually had money to spend.
Because Rocco's a
Now
watch
you have
guy.
kids and
so
you're
you had to
a
jump
dad
all over
and-
that.
Well,
And-
and I'll say this because there was certain ways that we had to hustle through COVID where I did not cut hair. So I was actually flipping watches with Luke. You make your relationship with the AD.
That's cool. I've always wanted to do that.
And then,
I've always wanted to do that.
Submariner that I would pay during COVID for like 11
Simone
grand,
does that.
I would sell it for like 16, 17,000.
Simone should come on this podcast. What up,
Well,
Simone?
how quick is the turnaround on that?
Oh, you can get it same day and flipped. No problem.
So what is it? Just a matter of like literally you're beating up a guy for the price and then you're just so good at the sales that there's enough of a fluctuation there? No, I'm serious. Like if someone's like, it's 15 grand and you can talk them to 14 and then someone else is like, I know it's 15 and you're like, it's 16 today. It's rare. It's this. It's that."
Today's price.
I don't go after people if I'm going to sell a watch.
But
I
you
go
have
to
people that
a
buy.
jeweler. I go to the gray market jeweler because they have a cash flow where they just want.
You sell it to them. Who are you buying it from then?
I can't tell you that.
But is it a person or
We
is it a
gonna
business?
find out. Baby, we gonna find out.
The direct.
We gonna find out. I'm gonna find that out.
Why'd you bring this up then if I was going to be able to fucking grill you?
Because he's not letting everybody know.
Then I lose my fucking.
We gonna know though.
There
We
is
gonna
a-
know.
So you're selling fake Rolexes for the
Super
record.
clones, man.
For the record, on camera.
Real Rolex.
Who cares if they were real or fake to
From
begin
Rolex,
with?
yeah.
Don't dick ride me because of my watch. Who gives a fuck
but
if
you
you like
can
my
get
watch
super
anyway?
clones.
You can,
Let's
and they're
talk
really
about
nice.
I have
Super
'em.
clones
I
are
have
nice,
a lot
man.
of friends that have a lot of money and they travel to
I have a
a lot
super
of
clone.
countries that are not technically safe and they still like to feel bougie, so they do.
Yeah.
They purchase a super,
Super clone.
so that they can still wear that. If they get robbed, they're not going to lose their life.
This is a super duper clone.
That's a super duper.
If super is like in the direction of like
Super,
shitty,
super.
how far away from quality can you
All right.
get?
I mean, there's different levels. There's like
A8,
AAA, and then they have
AAA, yeah,
and
that's
then they
what
have
it is.
super clones. And honestly, the super clones are so good that you would have to pop the back off.
Triple B dog
No?
shit.
Can we talk
Swiss
about
movement
super
and
something because
everything.
it's today and I want to get off the watch subject because no one fucking cares.
Cares.
Today is like something about Anna's Taqueria's like anniversary and they're giving away $3.50 super burritos.
cousin-
But let me just finish. I don't care. There's a line in Woburn at the fucking Anna's. I just went. The line is gotta be 400 fucking people long. How much is a burrito at Anna's anyway?
It's a lot of diarrhea.
How many how much is it a burrito anyway? $8?
Not worth waiting
Even
in
if
line.
it's $10, even if it's $12, there's a line from fucking Anna's and Woburn down to fucking Burlington
Because people are hype pieces.
for $3 burrito. You sicko!
Down
I had
the
to get Chick-fil-A.
Burrito's not that hard to get, dude.
No, and they're not.
A $30 burrito?
No,
bro?
$3.50.
I
So
was
because
like,
it's
what the fuck are they putting in
$3.50,
that thing?
5,000 people went today to get burritos at Anna's Taqueria, which is good.
If you did $3.50 haircuts and you were a new barber and slow, and then all those people are repeat customers.
Wow, that's a great idea to anybody.
No, he's
that
not.
this
He's
works.
not talking about that. He's saying, who the fuck is waiting in line for a
For a
$3.50
$3.50
haircut?
Because they're there to get the tag on Instagram. It's
Sure.
the same thing with the guy down the street has a coffee shop. I'll be honest with you, I don't ever go in there. He put these coffees in
The buckets?
and it's down
Dude,
the street.
all
and
right.
the lines are around because
Everybody, stop. Because you just got me. You got me blasted right now. The coffee buckets.
Fuck is a coffee bucket, first of
Okay,
all?
so there's somebody that figured out that if you put coffee inside a fucking sandcastle bucket, women will drive across the state or make their fiancés drive them across the state to get them the coffee.
and they're down the street.
They're everywhere, dude.
Kristen,
There's a place in Rhode
I
Island.
don't care what he says about you. I love you.
And listen, it's a good coffee, whatever. It's not a coffee, it's a milkshake. But it's like,
When did you go get?
listen, this was a few weeks ago. There's a place in Rhode Island called the Coffee Cubby. It is literally the size of Rocco's bathroom, dude. And it's like a full loop of people going in and out. And you get the coffee, which, by the way, the coffee bucket is like probably the same size as a large coffee, but it's like shorter and fatter. But it has like a handle on it. It's got like a bubble tea straw. And they get like a scoop of peanut butter and put it in. And then they wipe fluff around the rim. And they make a fluffernutter coffee.
Suck my balls.
Whatever. It's
Bro,
a
I'm a
peanut
big
butter
coffee
milkshake.
drinker.
Whatever.
You drink coffee like
Oh,
that?
I
like
love
that?
it, dude.
Peanut
What?
butter and marshmallow coffee?
Well, not that, but dude, if
You're a
you're
sick fuck.
into stuff like that, dude, if you're into you should try the Bana Cafe.
But the point I'm
Toast
trying to make
coffee
is
shop.
girls go on TikTok
Fire.
and they're
Where?
like,
It's in Lowell.
in Lowell?
Fire, dude, in Lowell. Yeah.
Bro, there's two
Dude,
things I go to Lowell
such
for,
good-
and that ain't
good
it.
coffee. If you want like
It's-
rocket fuel, dude.
On me.
I
No,
love coffee.
not even.
I
It's
love
Egg Roll
coffee.
That coffee
Cafe.
sounded like shit.
Well,
and
not peanut
Supers.
butter marshmallow shit, but
Bonnie?
But no, he said banh mi. But what I'm
Banh
trying to
mi or
say
you?
is banh you.
Bon me?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it banh you, dude. The girls on TikTok are like, run, don't walk to the coffee place to get the bucket, blah blah blah, and everyone's like, my girl is like, we should open a coffee place.
I've been there.
Never, and I'm like on YouTube, like, yeah, this guy opened a coffee business, and she's like walking by watching me watch like entrepreneur like YouTube videos of guys opening coffee businesses. She's being like, oh, you're gonna open a coffee place, and I'm like, you said this.
It's legal drug dealing.
But she's like, it is literally
really
legal
is.
drug dealing. But she's like, I want to do this because the coffee, because I make. She's like, I make great
That's the way I
coffees.
learned most of my
I got an
stuff.
espresso machine. She's in there making coffees. They're good.
Time out. You got an espresso machine?
Like an automatic one, like a
she
Phillips.
ain't making it then.
Mine is
No.
literally
But like
covered in
she's
dust.
putting it together. Whatever.
Closet
Whatever.
somewhere.
But what I'm trying to say is, I want to be the guy selling the fucking cups, bro.
Yeah.
Because every stupid coffee place from here to Timbuktu has the fucking sandcastle bucket coffee, and you're smearing Biscoff cookie butter
You gotta
around the
shit
inside
your
of the cup,
brains out
dude.
if you drink a fucking
That just sounds
sandcastle
Dude,
cup worth of
what?
coffee, though. That's like a fucking big old...
Whatever, it doesn't
Mine
matter.
is literally wrap around the
Yes, the line at this bitch is like going around the whole
See, we
business.
fucked
No,
up,
you're
dude. We
legit
charge
getting a
like
bucket full of coffee though. You're
you gonna
getting
do
the
with that?
same
It's not.
bucket
It's
full
a
of coffee.
fucking regular. It's a large coffee, and it's just short and fat.
I think I used to get like
But it's just a meme.
island breezes in them. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, when we went
yeah.
to Miami.
Yeah.
We go to, what's that place? Wet Willie's.
Yes.
Every business that is hot because of that will go back to normal soon enough. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm really
Yeah,
sorry
yeah.
I yelled at you back in the day.
Dude, it was so worth
man.
it. I needed that. So like we're
That's why
talking
you started
more,
Uplift.
But you know what? And I really think that it's not touched on enough. Like, let alone how many people we've lost to addiction in this industry.
We've lost someone, especially today. but-
before COVID
Yeah.
and after and during and before. And it's like, I go out to a lot of these conventions as we do, and we go into these and like these hair jams and stuff. Like, people ask me like, "Oh, you don't drink?" And it's like, "No, I don't drink." And then like, it's one of those social aspects where I feel like this industry saved my life, one, but it also showed me my worst side of my addiction, because the friends that I was hanging around with, they worked at 9 to 5. right? So they'd get out 9 to 5 on a Friday, and I'd still be cutting behind the chair at the men's room till like 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30 at night, and then I'd go on a Friday to go meet them, and I'd have to play catch up, right? So they're already rocked. So then I would have to start, chugging booze, whatever, doing whatever else you had to do to stay awake, and then they'd get up Saturday at like 10 and do it all over again, and I'd be at the barbershop at like 7, 8 a.m., still literally failing from the night before, and I was trying to constantly chase this 9 to 5 party life while cutting hair, and I was at a young age. And
What a shit show that is.
Yeah, and it
Can't
kept
do
going.
it.
Did you ever? You never did that.
Did what?
You never were at the age where you were fucking getting banged up and then coming to work.
Oh yeah.
That's a rough day.
Yo,
Gorilla
rough
fingers
day
in
at
the
work.
A rough day at the shop.
No, you know why?
Banged
Because I
up.
stopped
been there.
going out at
I've been
COVID,
there.
dude.
Been there.
I stopped going out when COVID happened. Yeah.
Yo, Jimmy's wild. Like when Jimmy goes out, like
Wild.
Jimmy don't go to the white clubs.
Nah.
Jimmy goes to straight
I
up
can-
all
I
the
can
fucking
see
hood
that.
clubs.
That's just why I feel
loved
comfortable
it.
there, bro.
I loved it. It was the best.
Because I worked with a guy at a company like when I was in like college, and this is Haitian dude, so he'd just be like, "Where the girls at?" We were like, whatever. Like after I graduated, like we just kept hanging out, and all of his boys are just Haitian. So
You good? We're gonna just cut that out.
Stay on one.
So you used to go to Middlesex,
Dude, yeah, Middlesex
which was the
Lounge.
spot.
Middlesex Lounge was the spot.
That was the spot.
They used to charge like a $5 cover just to keep the riffraff out. So the riffraff would go to like Phoenix Landing, and like somebody would get like
up
fucking
their own day
somebody
over
would
there.
get like stabbed or whatever over there.
Yeah,
and it's
we
like
were just chilling.
over here, everyone's just kind
You
of
ever go
hanging
to
out.
you ever what?
Cambridge.
Cambridge. You ever go to Middlesex and Cambridge?
Middlesex,
club,
oh,
not
Middle
club.
The
East.
Middle East.
No.
Middle East and
Middlesex
the
Lounge.
Middlesex Lounge.
It's next
The
to like
Middlesex
Miracle of
Lounge.
Science. It's like
I've probably
right.
been there. I remember. What's
It's
the
just
other one
like
in
it's just
Cambridge?
a-
I didn't go to college.
There was just like straight reggae.
It's not a
like,
college bar.
ill
I didn't
music
go to
the
college.
whole time.
Remember,
not a college bar.
Why else would I
remember
go to Cambridge?
Bijou?
Because it's the funnest place.
get-
Shout out
to
Millie's.
get-
Why else wouldn't you go to Cambridge?
get
Millie's,
ripped up,
Millie's is
dude.
from
Oh,
Cambridge.
Millie's,
Don't you want to go
yeah.
see a historical city?
No, I was just getting fucked up, dude.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
It was.
When we were kids, that was a great old time.
Until it wasn't. Because people like myself and Eric, we don't. I look back because I hired a life coach, and I've been doing a lot of like neuroplasticity, if you know
What's
what that
that?
is, of rewiring the
Your brain?
and why
Yeah,
things are what
rewind,
they are.
yeah.
And I've been doing it religiously, like twice a week, 2 hours a week, every single week.
What are you doing for this?
So I have a life coach that I pretty much, just like I did with the 12 steps, and like situating and seeing why things are where they are, whether that's generational curses or why we do the things that we do.
Yeah.
Where I look
Curses are
back-
trauma.
Yes, correct, but it's a habitual loop.
Right.
So you're brought up in a certain way, and when you're about to get in that success level, your brain goes to default mode, and then pretty much
Fight or
tells
flight?
you that like maybe you're not good enough for this.
Wow.
And it fights back. So like that's when people talk to me and like, oh, like this and that. I genuinely don't care what people think anymore because the inside here is a fucking nightmare. So it's
Yeah,
like I
man.
really have more beef with myself than I do with anybody.
Well, that's
Damn,
super
dude.
interesting though, because like it's something that you obviously think. Because I'm like, dude, I've been dealing with shit since I was a little kid. So like this is maybe to some people, God bless them, if they don't have that, they don't understand it.
Dude,
but I
I think
understand what you
people
mean,
should-
and I definitely get to that point where I'm like, all right, like I'm on the cusp of something here, and then
It's a blockage.
Why?
It's self-sabotage.
yeah,
So pretty much.
well, we know that now
Well,
as
from what
40-year-old
I've
men,
learned
right?
is between the ages of 5 and 15, which my oldest daughter's 4, where their brain doesn't really comprehend to start making those structures and routines unless it's trauma. So if something happens to a kid under the age of 4, that trauma will carry on, and it still goes in even though it's suppressed. So between the ages of 5 and 15, the neurons can't fire if they're not wired. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, I do.
It depends on that. So pretty much what I work on with my coach is the same that I used to do with the 12 steps and like making my amends and getting all my shit out of my head, where now I try to re-switch. Like I'm under a lot of stress. I'm in sales. You know what I mean? I cut hair. I'm my kids need
have
me.
children.
It's dependable. It stresses on a daily level where if you can rewire the brain where it goes on autopilot, it's the same. So where I'm getting at from like my addiction as a kid, like it would be like Christmas vacation and I'm up till 4 in the morning and I have to get up at 7 for school playing video games because I didn't want the party to stop, because it's that dopamine rush that we seek constantly in such a consumption society where we're just constantly consuming. And I look back at my childhood where I was like, I had friends like I did, but I spent a lot of time alone in my bedroom, like playing video games or doing, you know what I mean? And I was always by myself, where that dopamine kick comes in. It's the same thing with the doom scrolling.
I get that, dude.
The doom scrolling is a real thing where we're sitting
call
on
it
the
the phone
phone
zone.
and I don't touch my
Screenagers. We
Dude,
call it
do me a favor
screenagers
before we
now.
go forward, because I want to hear more of this. Lower his fucking chair,
I got you.
phone. I'm too high.
because he's squeaking over
I
there.
look too
First of all, don't ever tell me what to do again.
I didn't say it to you. I said it to him. He could have just swiveled.
Yes, do something.
He could have swiveled over and just squatted it
Second of
down.
all,
I could have did
Whose
it.
chair? He's injured.
Yours.
don't ever tell me what to do again in public, bro.
What if he falls? I don't have insurance.
Get back over here. Sit back down.
I want to talk about my leg.
I don't give a shit about that anymore. I want to talk about this now.
Oh,
You're gonna push the shit out of him. But I know exactly what you mean, because I stay up all fucking night. Because like as a kid, it was like, again, what we were talking about earlier, Portuguese mother, bro. She
Yeah,
would just
facts,
come in my
man.
room and just see me chilling and be like, you know what? It was kind of windy yesterday. There's some sticks fell off of the trees in the backyard.
clean that shit
Go
up.
pick those sticks up in the backyard. So it would be like the nighttime when everybody was asleep, and I used to do like a lot more like music production and stuff, and like.
That's cool, bro.
But like you just get into a zone when you're uninterrupted for hours because everyone's asleep.
Sure.
And to this day, I'm like a night owl because of it, dude.
Woohoo.
I
Exactly.
agree, and he's exactly right. So like the reason I get up at 5 a.m. even when I don't go to the gym is because no one that can drive me nuts is even awake yet. So that's like I'm serious. Like
No, but it's
one's
true,
even
I
awake.
hear you.
So that's why I push myself, whether that's going to the gym or doing my coaching and stuff like that, because that's my time. I call it the Rocco time, because if I don't, I can start to see myself spiraling. Not to pick up, but my attitude changes and everything else I do really starts to frustrate
That's
me.
interesting, bro.
Because life is tough, and especially when you're working how I work and operate what I got to operate, I really don't have time for vacation. I only travel unless it's for Uplift related, which I enjoy being with my team. So it's like you have to find that dopamine rush that you search for as a kid in your daily life, right? So like whether that's cutting hair or going to the gym or, you know, going out with friends and having some type of a social aspect of life, like that's the only way to rewire the brain where it's like, okay, the fun can still happen and I don't need to like go, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it embeds us as a kid, when we're kids, where like, we don't want to let anyone down. You know what I mean? And it's like, in your mind, you're putting yourself on so much pressure that you can't just whatever. So like, it's real. They've been doing it for thousands of years. Marcus Aurelius meditation.
That's super interesting.
That's
'cause
what I was gonna ask. What are you reading?
Wow.
So Marcus Aurelius meditations. And
Because I'm like on my second read through of his.
Of his thing?
Yeah.
Wow,
If you
that's I didn't
do-
even know you were gonna say that because that's what I was.
Let me explain this. So, if you have purchased Uplift and you have the signature pomade, that's the first product
It's on
that
the
we
back.
have. That quote, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you find strength. Stronghold pomade.
Did you know that?
Yes.
No. Did you know that, and that's why you put it on Uplift, or did you find this out after you put that
No,
on
I
Uplift?
put that on Uplift
Because of
that
it?
quote genuinely helped save my life.
That's cool because
So-
that would have
Yeah,
been super
man.
ironic
I
if you're
put
doing what you're
certain
doing now and
quotes
then it's on.
our products, and you know sometimes those signs are right in front of you.
Yeah,
where
sure.
It's like the word uplift itself
Yeah.
is a positive affirmation for me. What uplift means to me is that I have to
A
get
duty.
myself ready and get myself mentally prepared so that I can help other people.
Yeah, that's your
And
duty
we
right there.
are
That's your calling.
We are no use to others unless you take care of yourself. So it's the same as what I say in recovery. The plane goes down, the oxygen mask drops. You got to put it on yourself before you
Wow,
help
dude,
the
that's
person next
super
to you.
interesting.
So that's like a lot of people are so consumed and not awakened. Where have you ever asked the question of why am I here? Like, what is your purpose in
Every
life?
day, bro.
You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
Every day. Every day.
Yeah.
That's mad interesting though. I didn't.
I want to get a Memento Mori tattoo.
I'm a big believer in the laws of attraction, man. You know what I mean? Just putting out positivity, having like, unwavering faith that, like, just giving yourself positive affirmations. Dude, me growing up, man, I used to beat the shit out of myself. I still do. You know what I mean?
Literally or like psychologically?
Psychologically, bro. You know what I mean?
No, I did too.
Yeah.
Opus
We all
Dei.
do. We all beat the shit. So like, like barbering was like perfect for me because like just the attention to detail and just like keeping busy, honing into something, dude. Like, you know, it just fit my personality, and it fit like fit everything for me. I can remember, like, you know, the things that I loved, like, growing up. Like, I was big into, like, BMX riding, hip-hop music, you know, going to the barber shop. Like, it just fit my personality, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I was in those tough times, like, you know, thinking, like, what the fuck am I going to do with my life? You know what I mean? Something in me, like, always reverted back to, like, you know, find something creative, like find something that, like, you know, I wanted to feel free.
Yeah.
So when I picked up those clippers, dude, and I started cutting
In the
hair,
can or
it
just in
gave
general?
it gave me that, like, the same
Outlet?
feeling that when I used to, like, ride my BMX bike when
Yeah.
I was a kid, dude. You know what I mean? Or when I used to make hip hop, dude, or something.
You made
know?
music?
I used to make music.
First,
Yeah,
when
man.
did you start cutting? Did you
So
learn
I
in
started
learn in the can, or did you cut out
I
after?
mean, I used to cut in jail and
So did
detoxes
you
and
cut before
everything.
that?
When I first started cutting hair, I learned how to cut hair with
a
a
razor?
comb and razor.
Yeah.
First time I ever did a haircut on anybody, I was in a detox in Brockton, and I gave someone a haircut with a comb and a razor. Broke a razor apart, stuck it into the comb, faded them up.
The
you know what I
taper
mean?
comb shit.
Taper comb. Two
That
combs
shit's-
together, boom, boom.
dude.
I love.
I
that
got
shit.
really good at that. Really good at that. I mean, like, if you know me, you know my story. I've been through every single detox in the state of Massachusetts, through all the prison systems. Unfortunately, that was my story. I don't like bringing that up, but I have to live my past. You know what I mean? I'm a completely different person today. I'm a great father, I'm a business owner. You know what I mean? And those are the things that I hold tight to me. You know, that's what I want
None of that
to
other
show.
shit matters,
you know what I
bro.
mean? But and it doesn't matter, you know what I mean? I
Doesn't.
had to go through those things to be the man that I am today.
That's why
you
you
know what I
shouldn't-
mean?
you
I'm a
shouldn't-
man of
yeah.
honor, you know, dignity. I hold myself high, self-respect. You know what I mean? Everything that I represented before is everything that I'm running away from today. You know
Do you
what I
think
mean?
people like, and obviously going through that system, you're around people that work in the system, like parole people, this, that, and the third. Is there ever people that look at you now and say, or like you think would say, like, it works? The whole system we have in place, the justice system, the reform system, whatever works. Because
Does
look
it
at this
work?
guy.
Nah, man. It made me. For me, it's like when you
doesn't,
think
bro.
of rehabilitation.
That's what I mean. It's like for so many people, it
made me,
doesn't.
like when I went into prison, it made me into a better criminal. You know what I mean? When I first went into prison, it turned me into a better criminal. I learned how to do more things. You know what I mean? On that side.
Yeah.
But you know, I grew up in a Portuguese household. You know what I mean? I had a good family. I had
Yeah.
a good mother and father. Just in between that, man, I got fucking lost. You know what I mean? dude?
happens, bro.
And it happens, right? But with that being said, dude, like this shit saved my life. It truly did.
I mean,
because I
no.
found purpose. You know what I mean?
Well, not
I
for
found
nothing, but
purpose. in
everybody
this.
that's sitting here right now in some way, shape, or form that's factual for you. It's factual for you.
Him,
it's
probably
factual
you,
for me.
in some type of
it's
way,
factual
man. You
for
know what I mean?
In
It
a lot of
is.
ways, bro. Like, cause like where I grew up, it was with
It's not
where
easy,
I grew
dude.
up, with who I grew up with. Like, I shouldn't be doing this shit. I should have chose to do dumb fucking shit. And for whatever reason, stepping into raises, I realized I didn't have to. Yeah, that shit's shaky as fuck.
Wait, I'm shaky? I do, honestly, in sense...
You hated your job. You hate your fucking life.
Dude, I think I didn't realize it until...
let
You
him
hated your fucking.
I didn't realize it until like a time after I had like the first panic attack of my life at
hated
my
it.
job, and I quit like that minute.
Yeah.
Like I left my shit at my office
in
and
a
just
lot of ways
left
it did.
and came to the shop because
Yeah.
I was working so many hours
remember.
that I was like, I couldn't even get a haircut because you're closed by the time I get back up here.
Dude, I'll tell you a funny story. I was here one time, right? And it was Rocco gave me one of his clients, right? And I was like a fairly new barber, dude. I had a fucking panic attack while I was cutting him, dude, because it was Rocco's client.
Yeah.
And so, like, dude, I was like holding, like, oh my god, dude, this is like, I wanted it to be the sickest cut, like highest expectation. This is Rocco's client. You know what I mean? Dude, I literally had a panic attack. I think the kid thought I must have been messed up, like whacked out, right? And then like Like Rocco comes in the shop, he's like, dude, is everything all right with Eric? And everybody's like, dude, he's fine. I'm cutting, but it's because it was Rocco's client. I was like, dude, freaked out. You know what I mean? That was like in my earlier times of barbering.
that's common.
Do you remember that, dude?
I think I do, but
Bro,
I never worried because I knew like you were there, and then to watch your growth is just, dude, it's
but you,
pretty
you
amazing.
go through those things. You know what I
have
mean,
to. I
man?
still
and
do
you,
it. Like,
and you grow through that.
I never had that. And it wasn't like, it's just because I came from the alternative that I had where I was like, it's just fucking hair.
No, that's not true.
No, not that I wasn't like,
here for the
not that I didn't
4-year-olds
want
in
it
my
to come
chair
out
20
good.
20 minutes ago, right?
Not that I didn't want to come
Definitely
out
had that.
good.
You definitely had that.
we all have.
I would question, like, how do I do this? This cut makes me feel uncomfortable to do because I don't know how to do it.
All
But,
right,
like,
Vidal
from what I
Sassoon
had going
over
on
here.
at my job, where I was like, my head is hot, I feel my chest vibrating, like literal panic attack, like physiological.
Yeah.
I never had that with a haircut. It's just like a.
Yeah, man. You're substantially better off, and like when you
Vidal
started.
Sassoon. I'll be honest with you, like I lose
Have you ever freaked out?
I lose myself in the cut. So like, and I
me
go
too.
back to my brother. I remember it was around that time when I was dealing with my DUIs and I had my broken feet and I was a mess and I was like, oh man, I hate cutting hair, and that was just my negative default. And my brother's like, don't ever say that again. And I'll never forget it. And Mikey was like,
Shout out to Mikey. for
Mikey,
fucking
Mikey's
honestly,
saving your
the best.
life.
he
What
really
a
is. And
positive
he goes in
influence he's had on you.
he says in the exact words, you are in your utmost element, in the most content I've ever seen you since you were a baby when you're behind that chair. And he's right. Like, I have people that ask me all the time, like, oh, what happens when Uplift, gets that big break in this? It's like, I'm opening a chain of recovery centers, and I'm going to still cut hair because those are two things that give me fulfillment. You know what I mean? Like, money's great, that's great, but like, I genuinely love the feeling how my client's energy feels when they leave my chair. It's not about a haircut to me. It really isn't. Like, I've done probably more free haircuts than you would imagine. I get guys that come in out of detox. I get guys that come in out of jail, and I don't mind because I genuinely. You've got to
that's their
give
style.
back. But it's also like I enjoy the company. I had a client, I came in late last night for him, and I'm not even in the shop on Tuesdays. I was in Rhode Island actually yesterday. And he's like, I don't want to put you back. I'm like, no, man, I'm actually looking forward to seeing you because this is somebody that I put up at a high standard, and he's retiring soon, and he kept me out of jail, and he's a very important person in my life. Shout out Vinny Piero from Somerville. Love him.
Hey, wow,
And
Piero.
Vinny was like, I was like, I'm genuinely happy to come in to cut your hair because like I feel great when he leaves. Like I feel probably just as better as he does after a fresh cut when he leaves because these are the people that I try to keep in my circle.
Well,
I
that's
keep my
awesome,
circle
though, man.
very tight now since I started working through that because like there's evil all around. And the higher and the closer you get on a frequency, whether mine is God, the closer I get to God, the attacks get stronger, dude. They absolutely
Yo, that's
do.
100%.
Dude, they really do.
I had
bro.
a situation, and I know this is all me right now.
Dude,
but
big shout out to
No,
Mikey.
what do you
though.
mean it's all you? This is
dude,
our podcast.
I
You
know.
can speak about
so
you.
my brother, like people ask me
He
all the
is the
time,
best.
like they're like, "What's it like to have your brother back?" It's like, no, I never had this guy. This is a completely different figure that I put him at such a high standard. Like he's been sick lately he's been sick, dude. He had a minor heart attack a few weeks ago.
Like
Then
your
he
boy,
just had
get
a
better.
cyst in his neck, and like I lost my father in February. So like people are like panicking and freaking out, and like I function well in chaos, not because of like
that
I'm
sound
tough
good?
and strong because I've been through a lot, is because I have faith, and I have faith in God where my brother's purpose is far larger than him getting taken out by an infection or a friggin' heart attack.
Sure.
Because I've seen him homeless. My brother was homeless. He's opening up his 4th recovery center.
Mike?
He's
Dude.
he's in real estate. He's
a
crushing.
beast.
I didn't know that.
Dude,
I
Mike
was-
played a
dude.
big role into where
gotta go
I
on the
am
podcast.
now, dude. Now you're gonna get me going
good.
because the last time Mike, like, dude, big shout out to Mike. I love you, buddy. Like, Mike knows what he's done for me, man. He gave me that kick in the ass, dude. He was the one that, like, he told me, like, Eric, you're so much better than this, dude. Like, go get the help that you need, man. And that was the last time I was here. And I went out, and that was the last time that, like, I used, man. because I knew he was right, man, and like I knew I could have did something better for my life, man. So like, I love you, buddy. Big shout out to you, man.
When did you stop Bang Bang Barba Gang? Does that
So
have
I
anything to
started
do
Bang
with what
Bang
you're
Barba
going through,
Gang.
or
I
just
started
because?
Bang Bang Barba Gang in barber school.
Where can we find Bang Bang Barba Gang first of all?
So you can find it on blendedessentials.com, or you can contact
what
me
is
through
Blended
Instagram.
Essentials?
So Blended Essentials is the actual brand
For you.
Bang Bang Barba Gang. Yes, Bang Bang Barba Gang is like the
Phrase.
sub-brand, the phrase.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
So
that's what I've
Blended
been rocking,
Essentials
so.
is you.
Is me.
Cool. We need to know that.
Yes,
Yeah,
Blended
absolutely.
Essentials is me. Bang Bang Barba Gang is that. It's like Bang Bang Barba Gang is like unity, dude. It's like all of us. You know what I mean? That's what I built in, barber school, man. It started up as just like a phrase. Really, I used to just be like,
Tyler used
when
to
I was
say it all
cutting
the
hair,
time,
I
and
used
I
to be
had no
like
clue
bang
what
bang,
he was
like a fire cut, and then it just went into like Bang Bang Barba Gang, and then like I just made it into, so many people started rocking it, saying Bang Bang
I
Barba
got
Gang.
so much of it in my closet. My girl wears it, dude.
Dude, I
Dude,
love it,
my
man.
favorite
I
is
love
the
hearing
high
that.
vis,
And
dude.
then
Oh, the
high vis.
the
Oh,
high
I
vis,
need
the
one of
high
those,
vis
dude.
jacket's fire. I need you guys.
yeah.
I need to get you guys some
get 'em.
facts, dude. You
And
guys will
you
get
touch,
some,
but
man.
he touched on the most important part of that whole thing is unity.
Is unity, man.
Growing up in the Northeast, especially cutting hair for a long time, like the competition is so corny, dude.
Corny.
It's so corny.
What do you mean by
And I mean
corny?
this, and I'll flat out say it. When I created Uplift, if I wanted it so bad for the recognition and attention, it would have been called Rocco's Pomade. Like, to the fact where, I'm global now. We just got an account over in the Middle East. Like, we're growing. Where I look back on, like, I'm not knocking any other shop, whether it's the color or whatever. It's like, I didn't create this line just for, select people. I created it for everyone to just even enjoy. Where I've had accounts that, I have a million, I'll say I have many amazing accounts. And then I have accounts that do fall off. And where do you think their customers go? They go right to the website, where I'll even reach out and be like, dude, you should re-up because now you're taking money out of your pocket. Like, if you really put Uplift under a microscope, the margins to 50% double your profit at a higher margin, it's like selling drugs. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I don't put anything in my shop other than Uplift because I believe in it, though.
Why fucking
You know what I mean?
would?
Why would you?
Why would you?
But just think, dude, right?
Well, we're lucky. 'cause we're from
Massachusetts,
here
how
and you
many
know him.
sick barbers we have in
Mad.
Massachusetts? Dude, we have some
Tons.
fucking nasty barbers.
Great
in
culture.
Now, think about if we weren't all fucking this guy. Think about if we all united. Just think, dude, we would blow Boston up.
But that's why
Right?
I don't
and
like.
this
like,
is what this guy's been trying to do.
No
for
shit.
So,
Well, we know that.
You know what I
But do
mean?
you
We
know
know
that?
that. We know that. Do you guys?
Yeah,
know
like-
that?
But I mean,
Boston
even-
is notorious for keeping everybody down.
But you know
That's
what's
it.
cool
dude.
about
music and everything else.
Why?
But it's
you know what's-
more.
But it's,
Go
it's
ahead, Brian.
Boston is notorious for that. Yeah.
You know what's
absolutely
cool
right,
about
man.
like this podcast in general, and like I don't know who the fuck I am, but like apparently, no, I don't. Like I'm not saying like Larry, like who the fuck
Laughs with Larry.
But I mean like I cut plenty of people's hair. You cut plenty of people's hair. You cut plenty of people's hair. You cut plenty of people's hair. People want to know like what do you do to get clientele, and I'm still working at it at both shops or whatever. Like, but this is what people need to do, because like. When I get a guy, like hypothetically, if I had a guy that hit me up and he's like, yo, can you cut my hair? And I'm like, I can't. And he's like, well, I went on the shop's website and Jimmy's booked or whatever. I'm in Stoneham. Or hypothetically even like, I have clients who are moving.
Yeah.
I got clients who are like, yo, this is my last cut with you. I'm moving to LA. I'm moving to New York. I'm moving to whatever. What the fuck am I gonna do to find a barber? I'm like, well, motherfucker, like, let's get online and find somebody that we can fucking get you to go to.
Done that.
So my clients are
Absolutely,
my
dude.
clients.
Absolutely.
I don't give a fuck
man.
if
and you
if
know
you
what's
come to
gonna
me. I'm
happen
get
when they
somebody else
come back?
anyway.
When they come back
Yeah.
to Massachusetts,
They
who,
come
who do you
here.
think they're
That's
gonna
what
come
I
and see?
mean.
Yeah.
You.
Like,
And
it's-
on a
you-
macro level, that's how
I do
these
the
athletes
same
get traded.
fucking thing, dude.
Someone gets
I'm
And
not
that's
traded
where
to
the
handcuffing
something.
network
a
has to
client,
be.
like, and you shouldn't. If you are, then you're whacked.
Yeah,
But
whack
there's
job.
plenty of people to go around with.
And
Like
there's plenty of money.
Anthony
to
said that to me when I
I
left
share
Razors,
clients
bro.
all the time. I'll
So
share
true.
clients with Tyler. Like,
Anthony
he's
said
in
that
Wilmington.
when I left
Absolutely.
Razors.
I've shared
I've
clients.
had your
shared,
clients come to my
and
shop,
I don't
and
even
vice versa.
think about it because it's
They're
like,
just human beings.
these are my
Exactly.
boys. Like,
don't
why,
own
why
these
would I
people.
want them going to a stranger instead of helping put food on the
And you
plates
know they're in
for my
good hands.
boys' kids? Like,
Yeah.
that's how my mind works.
But
But
we
it
need
is.
to come together, dude.
No, what we do, right? We are now.
We do. We are.
You can't
And
really
but-
unless people want to
no,
do that shit.
yeah.
You know, like that's the most important part. Cause like I'm not trying to have no fucking goon like do that either. Like it's got to be the right people to come
Right
together and do
people.
that.
And
shit.
you have
Absolutely.
to, and I do want to add this because like I've already had stuff under the rug. You know, a few years
sorry,
ago.
bro. I
no,
said
no,
I'm
I'm gonna
sorry
say,
about yelling at you.
I'm gonna say this because this is important to me, and I owe it to Eric too.
Oh.
A few years ago, I was in with the wrong people, man. I was working with the wrong distributor. I had so much, when I tell you, pressure on me at these shows, dude. This kid had just had his first booth at the CT Expo. I couldn't even get to him. Dude, he was calling me. He's like, oh, you know, where do I
Bang
set
Bang?
up? Yeah, like I couldn't get to his booth because I was getting ripped in so many directions. And I knew I heard him.
understand.
And and it's good. I want to talk about this because I knew right then and there when I had pissed a friend off like you, and I've hurt a friend like Eric, where that's where that neuroplasticity kicked in, where it's like I've searched far and wide for the right circle of people that I've had in my life, and I've searched everywhere, and they've been right in front of me the whole fucking time. And I mean that with the most upright respect, even like Caruso, like and he knows. Dude.
Yeah, we already
He's
had
been-
the team.
He's known because it's like we've been infiltrated on all levels. You can even imagine. Dude, people all the time like, oh, I'm going to go start my own product line. Okay, you can pay my consultant fee because I got 6 years of blood, sweat, and tears sacrifice. I was doing orders while Lindsay was giving birth. Dude, I was literally giving orders. My father's dying in a hospital bed, and I'm on Zoom with headphones while my dad's literally died the next day. And it's like, okay, you want to learn this, and that's no problem, but like they get crazy when I tell them what my consultant fee is. Because it's not about the money, it's about the time that goes in. And I also want to talk about being a parent. I never in a million years could imagine myself being a father. I have 2 beautiful
Same.
girls. and you guys have beautiful families where it's like,
Biggest gift.
that is the most important part of the
important.
shit, no matter what. Because I can have the worst day, and I usually am good enough to flip the switch in my mind where it's like, all right, there's 24 hours in the day. I could have a bad morning and a great afternoon, whatever happens. But we walk through the door of how fucking blessed we are. I was at a detox.
Don't ever fucking take that shit for fucking
Ever.
granted.
I was
though.
at a detox 3 nights ago speaking with my boy J-Mac, and I can't even explain this. This was the first time I've spoken in treatment in a while since I lost my dad, since I've been a father of two girls. And this kid walked in, no names, and he just checked in, and he was like going into the detox, and they're like, hey, we're not to put pressure on you, make you uncomfortable, but we have 2 badass speakers going downstairs. And he's like, he pointed to me and Jay, seen the sneakers, seen the beards, the tattoos. He's like, those are the speakers. He goes, let me get dressed, and I'm going to come downstairs. Kid came downstairs. They had phone time. Beautiful facility we were at.
Jay.
And J-Mac. And
Mac
the kid had the phone. And dude, I was getting myself prepared. Like, God, please speak through me so I can help save someone's life or at least plant a seed, period. Like, I was getting into it. Because these are people that are like kicking dope. Like, these dudes were kicking fentanyl. Like, one dude was like almost seizuring, right? And the kid gets off the phone, and I just see the phone screen. He's got these 2 gorgeous princess little girls, dude, at home. 2 beautiful girls, the same age as me. And he's like, I could see him tearing up. And dude, I broke down. Me and Jay, I cried. I was like, I put my hand on the kid's shoulder, and I said to him, you get through this program, and we get you in the right place, and you get your ass home to those fucking kids. Like, I broke down. Because at the end of the day, especially being a girl dad, I don't even post my kids on social media.
Neither do I.
Your kids need their father. And if you want to live in this negativity, materialistic consumption world,
Hell no.
you're gonna fuck your kids up.
Hell no.
And
I'm
like
not about that
I don't
shit.
think we speak it enough. Where it's like I see what you do with your family. Like you're a role model for your kids.
Thank you,
We
man.
walk in the house like we're superheroes. Dude.
And that's why I told you,
Facts.
like, I have my kids Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and that is the most traumatizing thing I've ever been through in my life, bro. I hate it. So don't ever take that. I don't look forward to my kids not being home so I can go be me. I'm not me unless my kids are home.
Yeah,
so, like,
man.
please don't ever fucking lose sight of that shit, dude, because you'll never replace, and it's such a small window of time. Like I'm going through my oldest right now because she's a teenager, dude, and like it's
that
tough.
age.
It's very tough, especially like coming into 2 different homes and 2 different like two totally different opposite sides of the spectrum as far as like what we provide or whatever it is. And it's like, I'm waiting for her and I to get back on the same page, because my time with my kids is the most valuable time I have. And it's so short-lived where they're going to age out eventually and want to do their own thing. And like, granted, my dad and I and my mom and I are super close now, but it took me ego death in a lot of ways to be like, oh, bro, like, this shit ain't forever. Like, my mom and dad ain't going to be around forever. And like, I love my mother and father so much now. Not now, like it ever stopped, but like, bro, cherish that. Because I have so many homies that are like I had kids mad young. And like, you know, it is what it is. It didn't work, whatever. Like, but I have my boys now who are in their 30s that are just having kids, and people I look up to, like people I admire who are like older than I am, and they're just starting now, and they're like, yo, like, what do I do? Because this is so fucking hard. And like having my first and being, you know, changing my whole life at a young age to raise a little girl, especially like as a man, like I don't know what the hell this is. Yes, it was troubling. Not troubling, but like it was trying. Like I was a young man trying to adapt to raising a human being. That shit was hard as fuck. No one showed me how to do that shit, really.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
Me and her mom tried to do that. And a lot of that stuff was difficult. And as the second came along, I appreciated so much more when you realize that like everything that you're accustomed to already at the age that we're at, like the minute details of life that you just like fucking don't even consider anymore. It's beautiful to look through a child's eyes now and realize that everything that's so minuscule to you is like the first time for them. And like you shouldn't feel insecure because you don't know how to do that or you're not connected. Like you got to bond together and appreciate all that shit as a young, when they're that young, because as they grow, dude, you're like, wait a minute, like you don't want to be home?
But they come back.
They do, of course.
That's what I hear.
Of course,
I have
right?
four. I have
Well, that's what we
four
all
kids.
hear.
I have 4 kids.
You got
man.
4 kids?
4.
Busy man, bro.
Bro, and dude,
You don't miss.
bro. And
You had sex
listen,
4
dude.
times.
I had 4 sex.
And listen, everything I do is for my kids, man. Everything I do is for my kids. You know, I love them more than anything in the world, bro. It's my daughter is she's 5 now, and just like seeing her face when we went to
Where'd you
Disney. We went to Disney on a Disney cruise just like recently, and dude.
She must have
Man,
been.
like seeing her dressed up as a princess and like meeting all the characters and just seeing like her face, like she was like, I'm the best.
Was there a lot of
You know,
Disney?
like it was just amazing.
Was there a lot of
dude.
Disney adults present on this?
Dude,
event?
they don't shove it down your throat. You know what I mean? Like on a cruise ship.
Oh,
like
here's the
Disney
cruise
did.
ship.
But dude, it was unbelievable.
Disney adults
you need
are rough,
that,
dude.
man. You need that with your family, dude.
They're
It was
rough.
like-
They're
it was
they're
the
adults
best.
waiting in line to like take pictures with Mickey, and it's like, you know, for the most part,
Dude,
it's like,
there is
yeah,
adults, absolutely.
go on the rides, whatever.
Chill
you like
out.
Disney, but
Take it easy.
no. I'm not taking it easy.
No,
They're-
them. Take it
take them.
easy.
Take it easy. Whatever. Go to Disney. I don't give a shit what people do to have fun. I'm allowed to think it's goofy as fuck, but whatever.
No
Do whatever
pun
you want.
intended.
No pun intended at all. But waiting in line to take a picture with a fucking guy in a suit to the point where kids can't get a picture.
Yeah, you're a clown.
You have a mental illness, bro.
Yeah, you're a
That's
clown.
like tantamount to like inviting a local party like Spider-Man to your house to like take pictures for Instagram.
That's kind of cool.
But you
I
know
think
it's a
the
guy.
Same, it's the same as like the Karen at the Phillies Marlins game that like
That
ran
lady's
over.
insane.
Ran over and was like, "That was my home run ball. My husband wants it." And the guy was like, "Are you fucking
Husband?
Yeah,
You seen this lady?
Yeah, she had a guy. The guy was like, "You plugged
I disagree.
in." Like, I gave this ball to my 8-year-old. You fucking banana head. Like, you want this baseball for what? To shove it up your ass when you get home? It's for a kid. You didn't see that shit?
Bro, if
fucking
you
serious?
catch a foul ball at a baseball game and there is a kid within 200 yards of
Give
you,
it to him.
just give it to
What
the
about
kid.
the playboy
have
that
to.
the boy in the front row at the Sox game? I think he caught the foul ball down the first baseline. He had some hot older women behind him. He was like 10. He had some like smoking 20-year-olds behind him. He gets the ball, feels it cleanly, stuffs it, and gives him the fake ball. Like he gave him like his little league fucking ball, and the girl was like, he just gave us like a fucking pro baseball.
That's a smooth
player,
move, though, right?
Yeah.
Player.
He's a
That's
smooth
player
dude.
shit.
Because what does she want a foul ball for?
Nothing.
That's for kids.
Nothing. You're an idiot. Unless
You're
it's
out of
signed.
here. First of all, you're
I mean,
an
no, wait. If David Ortiz hit a home run ball and you caught his ball, it's one thing.
Would not care.
Who hit that ball?
Who gives a fuck?
No one knows.
Dude, the material.
knows.
Listen, that's like you. That's something going wrong in her head.
You're cooked, lady.
That's
And
something
you're an
going
idiot,
wrong.
And I don't like you.
Yeah, no.
And you need a new haircut because you look like a.
You
look
gotta
like an
give
idiot.
the kid the ball.
Yeah. You should give him
Every
the ball
time.
back, first of all, you moron. Give the kid, find out who he is and mail him the ball back.
I heard that someone offered her $5,000
to give it back to the
she has
kid.
to
No
write
way.
on the ball.
I'm
sorry on the ball.
As you should. You're a moron.
She'll never do that. She won't swallow her pride.
No, you're a moron. You're a disgrace. Disgraciado that you would even do that to a little kid at a baseball game. You absolutely
Also, that
idiot.
game's on TV.
Yeah.
You know every foul
Good
ball
job.
gets caught by the camera. You know you are on TV being a cunt.
Wait a minute, that was mine. You stole my ball.
'Cause what do you
You're an
want it
idiot,
for?
You clown.
You're
It's
an
not
adult.
Your ball. It's the MLB's ball. First of all, you jackass.
Yeah.
Have you ever caught a foul ball in a game?
Tons.
I haven't. I have
In
like,
adulthood?
I have like
I can't-
childhood trauma.
Tons.
What do you do with it?
Tons. I
That's
got them all.
pretty crazy.
Have you caught a foul ball?
No.
He's like,
No,
I have.
my father was selling Cadillacs to fucking
I have mad. I got
Pedro
I got
Martinez.
mad balls.
mad ball.
Mad bowling.
All the balls.
Lingish.
My father was.
Lingish.
So guys, I'm super salty right now because no one asked me about my boo-boo leg at all.
I did.
No one even cares.
Oh, no, we did.
Well, you're a man. You got to keep moving. We love you.
one
If
cares.
we're not gonna listen, we're not gonna baby you and coddle you because we
Don't
know.
beg me
We know you're
now.
Which
strong.
leg is it?
Don't
Which
beg
leg
me.
is it?
You're a strong
one.
individual, and you're gonna get through
So I can.
this.
So
The
if I
body
hit
will
this
heal.
leg.
Listen.
Try
first of all,
BPC 157 TB 500 blend. I don't know. I hear it's great.
How was cutting, dude? With
Yo,
that thing,
yo,
man?
really though, dude? Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna have him on the podcast too, because for years I've known Mark Fuqua. You know Mark.
Of course.
I've known Mark for years. Mark was one of the survivors of the Boston Marathon
I
bombing.
was on my couch 2 days before it happened.
Mark is such a positive person and like made the most out of what happened to him. Like, long story short, in losing a leg and like part of another and like having prosthetics and shit. That like, for the most part, when he comes in and I see him and we just hang out, like I kind of forget that
Yeah.
he like.
Wait, he doesn't come here.
Comes to
cut
me.
us here? Wow.
But listen,
I lost him as a client.
whatever. You can.
I'm kidding.
He'll come in when I'm busy.
Yeah.
But like, I kind of forgot. But like having the injury that I
And
had.
he's like, oh, my leg. And then he walks in and you're like, wow, I feel awful.
No, not only that, dude. I never said, oh, my leg. But like, it sucked.
Yeah.
But like, you know what the great part is? I got my shit back.
Yeah, dude, you're doing great.
No. I'm saying I do get my shit back.
I know. So
Eventually,
that's where you
I
find.
just gotta walk through it.
It's always the perception.
But he don't.
Perception,
And in
man.
finding that gratitude, and sometimes
yeah.
you need to be
I had to be
reminded.
humbled like a
so
motherfucker.
When
I've
Mark,
been humbled like a
when
crazy
Mark
motherfucker
cut-
the past 2 months.
So
3
I
months,
cut
so.
Mark's hair in the hospital
Yep.
like a week after the attack, and he was a screensaver. It was me and Mike Novia in the hospital, and I cut his hair, and my arm was around him, and I kept that as my screensaver for almost a year. So I could wake up and see that and be like, get out of bed, like there's nothing. And I was
Yeah,
going
you
through a
got
rough
no
time
excuse.
where that is a reminder to see how bad things could really get
Sure.
and to see him overcome what he has. It's amazing.
Hell
And I
yeah.
ask his brother all the time when I see him how he's doing, because that really is one, not just an inspiring story, but like that happened so quick. I was actually on the phone with him to meet him in Boston during that event. And I didn't go because I got a new car and some ex-girlfriend keyed the shit out of it, and I had to like take it to the dealership. And I was on my father's couch when I got that phone call, and I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And that's perception, where that's real life.
Yeah.
Where I feel like there's signs and opportunities all around us, just like a barber trying to build and you're so stuck in that negative mentality where I'm talking about the neuroplasticity, where you just have the wrong glasses on, dude. Like, you're not seeing what's in front of you. And I said this on the last podcast. It's like, you bitch and complain about not having money and not understanding how to handle money. Ask the client that's sitting in your chair, because I guarantee I cut 50, 60 financial advisors. They're
Or
in your chair.
accountants.
The answers are in front of you. Like it's like you can't even get. But if you're not ready to get into that mindset, like I feel bad because there's people 60, 70, 80 years old that I know where I'm like, man, they are just stuck in this rut because they didn't even like.
You need to develop the tools.
There's a development, but
You
this
have
is
to
what
develop
I
the
say.
tools because we don't have these tools as
This
adults.
is what
with
I
shit.
learned. What happens to you as a kid is not your fault, but what you do as an adult is 100% your responsibility.
Yeah.
Period. And there's plenty of resources out there to find to get yourself well enough to just live a better lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if
Absolutely.
you don't have that, and that all comes into play. Like I work out with the guys that work here because why? If I don't go to the gym, I'm gonna get my balls broken all day that I missed and stayed in bed. Like I have to do certain things, make my bed in the morning, hold the door open for somebody at Dunkin' Donuts. Like I do these little cliche things.
How about when you
because
hold the
it makes
door
a
open
better
for
day.
somebody and they cut you in line? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, that's
nuts.
habitual
Tough,
offenders at Dunkin' Donuts.
You're a psycho.
so-
If I hold the door open for you in Dunkin' and you walk in front of me, you're a fucking psychopath.
Yeah,
That's
pretty.
a no-no.
Well, no, they're just unplugged.
yeah,
Unplugged,
plug in
man.
and get the fuck behind me because I opened
Or
the
maybe
door.
it's opposite. Maybe they're plugged in and they got to unplug out of the matrix.
I don't know, but they're an idiot.
Dunkin'
either way.
Donuts Matrix.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts.
I know, like you were talking about your boy from the marathon, and he's like an
Rocky?
amputee. I can't remember who told me. I think it was my brother sent me this one, or he told me this, or
God bless you.
Dude, have you guys tried
Well,
flakes in Boston?
huh?
You're Portuguese. Have you tried flakes in Boston? Mm-mm. Oh, you guys gotta go there. The best pastel de natas ever.
oh yeah.
Not this year. I didn't know
Not
that.
this, bro.
But
You've never been there?
We're going to have to
Oh,
take a road
you-
trip.
Flake? What were you
You
saying,
gotta
bro?
go there.
No, just like the guys that run with like the kind of like candy cane, like the marathon running.
Tink, yeah.
But they're not like the regular amputee prosthetics. They're like for marathon running.
Yes.
They're like hockey sticks. And I think it was my brother was like looking at this photo on his phone, and my dad's like, "Look at that! He ran a marathon, no legs. What's your excuse?"
My legs,
And my brother was like, "My legs hurt."
my legs are tired. Yeah, Cat Williams did a bit on that. Little tink tink.
But it's the
Tink,
truth.
tink.
It's like when you're at that level of like, and I've learned this, where you realize you get so obsessed about the pain where your body doesn't actually have pain. Your brain is telling your body you have pain. So like you wake up with back pain and you're constantly like, oh, my back.
But that goes
I
to anything
guarantee
psychological or
It is,
physical.
and that's about neuroplasticity rewiring the brain.
Yep.
Like, what do you think? Navy SEALs get shot or friggin' sprain an ankle, they're going to stop? They have to keep moving because it's a survival way where it's like, yes, of course we have pain, but
My
your
doctor
mind
said-
is registering to wire, then it fires the neurons off, which is like, oh yeah, I have pain. Or like, you're like, oh, my back hurts, and there's no pain, and you're like, oh, there it is. Like, your brain tells yourself that you're in pain.
My doctor said, he goes, you got to take 3 months off of cutting hair.
Your doctor's a liar.
What are you, fucking cooked? I got to take 3 months off of cutting hair. Who's going to pay my fucking bills?
Bills, man.
Well, you gotta. And I'm like, buddy, like, he got mad at me because I had a fake cast on first that was supposed to come off almost immediately.
It wasn't a fake cast.
It was a
It was a
soft
cast for adults.
Did you sign it?
Fuck you.
Because
sign it?
because
No, I
kids
didn't
get the
allow
hard
it.
cast because they
fake.
can't commit to
I
not.
didn't allow it. That's it. That is why. So I was so excited to get this shit off. I called him. I had an appointment on a Monday, and I'm like, yo, Thursday before, I'm like, yo, I got to get this shit off. It hurts too much. And I was so excited when he said yes. And me and my girl are home, and I was so excited. I cooked food, and I scooted to the bedroom. I never scoot to the fucking anywhere. I never eat in the bedroom. And I fell off the scooter, and Bolognese goes all over me on the
Lots of
fucking floor,
Bolognese.
on my head. She's
That's a
laughing,
mess.
and I ripped the fucking cast off. I said, fuck this stupid fucking thing. I ripped this shit off. And I get to the hospital the next day, and the nurse is like looking at me like I'm an idiot.
Where's your cast?
Where's the cast? You're getting the cast off. I go, I took it off. And she's like, you took it off? I'm like, yeah. And she goes, he's gonna be mad. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna be big mad when he gets in here. He came in and he's like, what did you do? And I'm like, I took the shit off. I told you it hurt. I fucking got hurt because it hurt. I want to get a walking boot. And he was like, no, we don't do that because you're a fucking bad boy. You're getting a hard cast for
Was
3
this
more
a
weeks. I was
doctor's
like, you're
office?
a fucking dick.
Was
And he
this a
goes in the doctor's office. He goes, I'm not trying to be a dick. And I go, yeah, I know, but you're being a dick. Like, put me in the walking boot. Let me go. The shit didn't hurt when I did it. It doesn't hurt now. I'm gonna be all right. I'm not a I'm not a bozo. Like, I shouldn't have been playing basketball. No one hit me with the chair. That was fucking phony, but it was great. It was a great story. But I was playing basketball. I didn't stretch. I didn't do anything. I haven't played ball. I shouldn't have been doing it, and I got hurt. I'm an idiot. Didn't hurt like these guys that you see in the NBA.
Don't
it
say
sucked.
that, dude.
It didn't.
Are they really hurt?
Because
Are
Jason
they-
Tatum and Kobe
Crybaby.
tore their fucking Achilles. Has nothing to do
I
with the fact that you're
Kobe'd
out of
it.
shape.
I Kobe'd it. I Kobe'd
Those
it.
are professional
I walked to my car
athletes.
and I drove home, and then
Big
I got the
babies,
shit on.
overpaid babies.
A big, yeah. $1 million, and you're crying. Like, shut up and fucking recover, you clown.
Jump on that BPC
But yeah, I'm not taking 3
157
months off. Fastest recovery in Achilles history ever. I'm perfectly fine. I'm gonna be fine, but it forces me to make myself healthier and better and bigger and faster.
When he first came back to the shop, I went up to him and like juked him a little bit.
No, you didn't. When I first came in the shop, he was like, "Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?" Like I'm a fucking pirate.
No, because he had the peg leg thing on,
But
dude.
don't you think about this stuff? So I'll be honest. I cut hair for a year with 2 broken feet. I cut hair with a broken back.
Broken feet.
Dude, I broke my
Anchored
back.
angle.
I broke my
Spinal.
back 3 years ago.
Spinal.
No, I
Spinal.
remember this. I told you this. I literally dropped a 410-pound
shit.
squat and compressed fractured my spine. I wrapped a brace around it. I did a week of haircuts before I could get the injection in. And it's like you have to just move. But
Peptide
and then I got the
injection?
concussion at the expo. Remember?
Yeah,
Dude,
I
I've been
remember
through
that.
it.
Do you
Yeah.
remember?
Dude, I had a bad concussion.
Dude.
Eric was right there. Shout out to Eric and his wife for literally running the booth while I was like,
Yeah, I remember, bro.
literally getting people in the classes. I was never a mess. I'm more of a mess. Then I drove myself in a U-Haul. I
He's
told the
going
story.
through it.
And then I had to drive
going
26
through it.
hours to Florida, where I look back now that I'm like really working on the rewiring the brain. And my life coach is like, let me ask you a question. If you know now what you know, would you have done all that? And I was like, no. I got 2 kids at home, and I'm working, like I'm doing, for what point to make myself even worse, where it's like, I'll be real with you. I don't play basketball. My girl asked me to go to Roller World. I said, nope, sounds like a sprained ankle. Like, I'm not going. Like, I don't put myself...
I'm the golfer now.
I don't work out by
Been
myself
one, but I'm
anymore.
only
I
a
work out with
golfer.
an awesome group of guys that are definitely stronger than me, but they're right there to make sure I'm safe because I should have a helmet on. I should be in a bubble because at the end of the day, like, I can't get hurt. Like, we don't get paid vacations. We don't
Dude,
get
I know.
sick
Let's
time.
talk
You
about that.
can if you're organized, like Tyler Carlson, who is 2 of his barbers just purchased their first homes and like have full retirement.
Oh, big shout out
Pretty
to Tyler.
badass, dude. Like we gotta
That's
get him
badass,
on this
dude.
podcast.
So do I.
But at the end of the you worked in corporate America. So what I'm getting at is like everything we do, and you said it, everything you do in life is for the kids, where it's like, I really
I'll
don't
never
put
jeopardize
myself
that
in
shit.
harm's way
Nah,
anymore.
fuck that.
I don't. I
And
really
you know
don't.
what's even crazy is that I didn't want to go play ball. Like he asked me all the time to play ball, and I'm like, no, I don't do that because I have a
I'm an
lot
adult.
of responsibility.
I want to get into
He goes,
golf.
no, dude, I have
Golf.
2
I wanna
kids.
suck golf.
We should do that.
I went and got hurt.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go
let's
golfing,
go.
dude.
we
I'm
should.
with it.
I'll
go.
drive
Let's
the
go.
golf.
I'm
I'll
like
bring the
almost-
I
cigars.
suck.
Pretty much a
Let's
pro.
go.
I don't.
I mean,
Pretty much professional.
Not
He's a
anymore.
walker,
You're a
though,
professional?
dude. He's a
oh,
walker.
jeez, dude, I can't play with
Pretty
you.
much
man.
pro. No, I'll teach
Well,
you.
you can teach me, dude. You know, I'm pretty athletic.
You don't want to learn how to play golf. Learning how to play golf is stupid.
You're an idiot.
I bring 18 balls every time I play golf. You know why? Because I'm not looking for I'm dropping it every. I might hit the fairway twice. I'm pretty good
That's
from
golf.
the mid-range in. But if it goes into fucking woods,
Yo, dude, how
I'm
many-
dropping it. I'm not even looking.
You can't watch
Every time.
Tiger Woods play golf every shot on 18 holes. They cheat too. They're all cheating. That is golf.
I'm
Tiger
not even
Woods-
talking about
that's-
cheating. I'm not keeping score.
They cheat too. No, why keep score? For who?
I'm blasted. I'm drinking. I got a joint. I got a cigar.
Yeah, but you know what's
I'm
dope?
driving the
has
cart
all
with my
three.
left hand. I don't
You
even-
know what's cool is that
Yeah.
I could do all those and play golf and still be.
You ever do one-handed drives?
I do one-footed drives now. Like
Happy
One-footed.
Gilmore too.
Nah,
Happy
one-handed
Gilmore 2 is
drive.
all right.
eh?
Happy Gilmore 2 is just
I think
all right.
Shooter McGavin was hands down
great.
should get an Oscar.
John Daly was great.
Greatest villain of it literally it goes Darth Vader,
Dr.
Shooter
Evil.
McGavin.
okay,
Dr. Evil.
Shooter McGavin,
Whoa, Dr. Evil.
Shooter McGavin second, and then like Hannibal Lecter after him.
Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil, my favorite.
So I have people that have golfed with him,
Happy Gilmore?
Yeah. Oh no, with Shooter McGavin, have they seen him out?
His name
They're
is
like,
not
they're like,
McGavin.
they're like,
It
oh my
is.
God, are you Shooter McGavin?
It
he's
is.
He's like, no, and then he walks away. He turns around and goes, shoot her. Dude, it's like,
Shooter.
man, dude.
That's dope.
Yeah.
When your character
I'll fucking
overtakes
smoke
you-
though, shooter.
When your character overtakes
Smoke
you,
ya.
there's two things. Either the character overtakes you, or the actor is like. I heard someone say this. I forget what podcast it was, but they were like, Jason Statham has never played a role in a movie where he wasn't Jason Statham.
It's exactly true.
Doesn't matter what. If I watch him like The Beekeeper, you ever seen The Beekeeper?
Yo, that's
I
a
cut a
dope
kid's
movie.
hair. He's like from LA. His dad's a writer. He's rewriting the script to The Beekeeper 2. So, little insider info. Beekeeper 2 is on the way, fellas.
Well,
I
let me
will
just say,
not
I
be
watched
keeping
The
a lookout for that because
The-
the Beekeeper
The Beekeeper
sucks.
was a
the
great
Beekeeper was
movie.
hilarious.
Dude,
That was
I
a good
watched
movie.
The Beekeeper, Wrath of Man, and then the new one. What was the brand
That
new one?
Working Man or whatever.
The Working Man,
And he
yeah,
was the
that's-
same character. I was
Yeah.
like, this is why.
But you don't know the name of any of those characters.
But I'll tell you something. He doesn't age because he looked old back in the day, where now he just looks normal. Like he doesn't look old at all. He's in great shape. Like,
Jason
he's a great
Statham is
actor.
like our, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
What about The Rock?
I'd say.
Nah,
he's
The
better
Rock
than
sucks.
Jason.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that he sucks.
I think Jason Statham is better than Van Damme.
Dude,
Yeah, he's
Van
like,
Damme
but I'm
used to
saying
be serious,
that like
though.
that
but
he
you know
occupies
what?
that
Yeah,
space.
but
Universal
I
Soldier,
occupying-
dude,
I do like him.
Bloodsport.
No, trust me,
Bloodsport.
I love
Seagal?
Bloodsport was fire.
Steven
dude.
Seagal can
Seagal
suck on these
was
nuts.
aight,
He
I
but-
know.
sucks.
My
but-
father-in-law
Fuck
was
Steven
friends with
Seagal.
But they make dumb act, dude. You watch Beekeeper?
Bro, comparing Seagal
But it's funny.
and what's his name?
Van Damme?
Yeah, it's like balloons and blimps. Like you can't compare.
They both get
Seagal
filled with
and
air.
Van Damme. No, they're not. Yeah, but like one does different things, dude.
What do
Like,
you mean? They're just karate guys.
We ain't comparing balloons and blimps.
Just
No.
karate
Steven Seagal is a dumb guy, and Van Damme is a karate guy. Steven Seagal is
He's a
moron.
choreographer. But
Steven
I heard-
Steven
Seagal
Seagal knows
no.
karate, bro.
You're
Didn't
just
know his
in
actual
real life.
elbow.
Steven
No,
Seagal
he doesn't.
is a
Dude,
legitimate.
you haven't seen him? What?
No.
That guy
I'll break it down
Mikey.
right now, bro. Steven Seagal is a legitimate black
Idiot.
belt.
He is,
What
right?
he does is useless. That's the issue. That's the issue. His
No,
martial
he's not.
art. Yes,
That's
he
like
100
fucking T.I. is
Dude,
a
so you
fucking-
say
No.
you would say
T.I.'s
that
got
to
his master's
No.
degree from the fucking Georgia Tech. No, he
I'll
doesn't.
explain
They
to you
just fucking
exactly
gave it
what
to
his martial arts is. His martial art is some old ancient shit that the samurais would learn as a side shit if they got disarmed and someone was coming with like a two-handed strike and they could like flip them away with their own momentum. That's why all of his movies is just guys going to punch him and he just flippy dips them over a table.
Yeah, but you know what's?
It's a useless martial
I
art.
heard he has a killer samurai sword, bro. My father-in-law has stated
He probably does. He's like a weeb dude.
serious samurai sword.
He likes like
I
anime
believe
and
that,
shit,
dude.
dude. He's one of those
I
guys.
have one. I had Juno during COVID. I begged him if he could sharpen my samurai sword just to give him business.
Bro, that is so blasphemous,
Juno
bro.
Not,
He wouldn't do it, huh?
That's blasphemous. He's Korean, bro.
Juno said, my grand master can do that, but we have to send the sword out. And all I wanted to do during COVID was chop watermelons on it.
I want to
Bro.
see
Yo.
Juno
I
do
want a
any type of
samurai
martial
sword.
art. Do you think he dances it like?
No,
like,
he does salsa dancing.
What's that?
Oh, he did,
What's that?
reggae.
Capoeira? Capoeira is like.
Oh, yeah.
I know, but I'm saying it's drunken. Like it's more of a dance than it is.
Eddie
a-
Gordo shit, dude.
That's how Juno does karate.
Oh, yeah, he's a dancer.
Cause he's bachata and
Bro,
merengue.
I used to break dance, bro.
You break
Bro.
dance?
I used to bust the
Bust it
move.
up.
You're a
you know what I
b-boy,
mean?
dude?
I used to be a
trying to
b-boy.
watch his
I
fucking
did it for the
hamstrings,
Boston
dude.
Celtics.
That's like
like
Achilles,
way
but-
back.
Bro,
That's cool.
I did,
asking a
dude.
Korean
You
guy
know
to
what,
sharpen a
fucking-
Japanese sword
I
is
used to
rough,
da-
dude.
Yeah, like
At the
back-
Garden?
Yeah, at the Garden.
What was the
yeah.
name of
I
the
did
dance crew?
Funk Phenomenon.
Funk Phenomenon?
Yeah.
Is that where I seen
My
you?
boy, rest in peace, Reggie. He got me into it, dude. I used to, yeah. I
You
used
were
to be
Funk
a b-boy.
Phenomenon.
Yeah. But way back in the day, for a little bit, and then
Old
they
Garden
kicked
and New
me out.
Garden.
'cause I-
This
So
little picture on like the podcast.
We need to take pictures when we have guests.
Funk phenomenon? Yeah.
No, yes, but I'm talking about
phenomenon picture.
we gotta
That was
talk about
years ago.
Cool.
That's cool.
But it's cool. Yeah.
I love life.
But yes, Jason Statham's better than Steven
Fuck
Seagal.
yeah, fuck you, Statham, but like definitely fuck you,
Was it
Seagal.
Cradle to the Grave? That one was sick. DMX.
No, all the best Steven Seagal movies are post like 2010 when he has the shitty goatee, and he has like ownership over the production studio, so he's basically paying.
Seagal?
Yeah,
I don't talk about this guy anymore. He stinks.
it's excellent stuff. It's funny as fuck, dude. It's complete. It's hilarious,
Seagal
bro.
stinks.
I think we're good.
Think
Well,
that's
if you
it?
say so, dude. No.
So wait, before we
We have
go,
to make this into like 2.
why? This was 2 hours and change, almost 2 hours. But like, bangbangbarbagame.com.
Plug it.
BlendedEssentials.com.
BlendedEssentials.com and Bang Bang Baba Game is on it. Yes?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Because the merch is crazy. Like, we got to start.
The merch is crazy. We already sold out of our merch. We took a little bit of creative liberty with the Market Basket logo.
Shirts? Yeah, those are fire.
Sold out of those. We're gonna have to find another brand.
I have
to
a
bite.
brand that I'm going to be releasing soon. I showed you it, yeah?
No, oh, you did?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
showed you some of this shit.
those shirts
Yeah.
were fire, dude.
That's all I got for Wednesday night.
Yeah, fire me if you
Fire
don't like me.
podcast.
Yeah,
Well,
call
thank you guys for having
call
me
my
on.
boss
It was
and
an honor.
fire me.
It was an honor, guys.
It was awesome having you on
Thank
here. I'm
you,
glad
man.
that you were the first guy on here. It was really fucking
I
cool.
appreciate that. I
It was
appreciate
great.
you guys having
More to
me,
come,
man.
and pause, and and you're always welcome on, like, when we need people to come on, like, to just shoot the shit and come on and talk about
Appreciate
our
it, guys.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Appreciate
you know,
it,
the
man.
more the merrier. So that was Fire Me.
Next
Fire Me
episode,
4.
Tyler Carlson coming at you, revealing all of his secrets for free on Fireman.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.